President Trump's comment about Biden's brain. So I guess the president, last time he was talking about Biden, mentioned, he points to his head and he says there's, something's changed, there's something wrong there, something different. Now, the news, of course, has covered this, but they haven't quite put the spin on it that I'm going to. I'm going to teach you a little bit about persuasion today, especially looking at Jared Kushner's speech about the Middle East, we'll talk about in a minute. But there's some technique in the president's mention of Biden's brain. It's not just an accusation, it's technique. And here's what makes it technique. An accusation would be specific. He would say, I think he's got Alzheimer's. There's no evidence of that. I think he's drunk. There's no evidence of that. I think he's too old. Maybe. But if the president had said there's something specific wrong with Biden, either mentally or substance-wise or health-wise or anything else, you would have something to falsify. You would be able to say, no, that specific accusation is not true. Maybe I think there's something else wrong with him, but I don't think there's that wrong with him. The beauty of the way the president does it, and trust me, this is technique. It's not an accident that he does this so well. And I'm going to give you another example of this in a bit. The president allows you, and this is straight out of hypnosis class, by the way, that's literally where I learned the thing I'm going to teach you. If you want people to have the most persuasive argument in their heads, let them make it themselves. In other words, don't give them too much detail. Give them enough detail that their imagination fills in the gaps. So when you say to me, Biden's not the same, up here, there's something that's changed. That's a very broad statement. It allows you to imagine that Biden is drunk. It allows you to imagine that he's tired, too tired to run for president. It allows you to imagine somebody else that he's declining with age, he's got dementia, he's not healthy, whatever else. So it's good technique to say generally that there's something wrong, but you leave it as a question mark. If you're specific, you can be falsified. And people say, I don't think that's what's wrong. But if you're general and say, you better fill in the blank here, there's something wrong. I'm not saying what's wrong, but there's something wrong. That is A+ gold persuasion. So keep that in mind because you're going to see it again later in my Persuasion.